Thank you again for stopping in at Nine World Chronicles. And today I wanted to talk about Ausar, or some of you may know him as Osiris. He is known by many names, very impressively known as the Perfect Black, or the Sacred Black One, also known as the Lord of Silence, Lord of Love, and He who is permanently benign and youthful. And we know him as being one of the most important in the pantheon. We would hear the stories of his uh, journey with his jealous brother who murders him, his devoted wife who resurrects him along with his sister, and then him coming back to impregnate his wife with his son, who would be Horus or Heru. But a massively powerful deity, and I wanted to kind of dig into, or at least give a little bit of attention to, how powerful Ausar really is, because we don't talk about it much. We don't see a lot of necessarily feats out of Ausar. But we know as a netter, he is gifted, and it's talked about it at several occasions in various texts, but he's known for having the ability to change his form, to shapeshift. One of those forms being the sacred black bull, that is another personification of him. And what we know about Ausar is that he is seen now as the manifestation of Ra's power. But we're going to talk about what he was specifically. I talked about the shapeshifting, but he had access to sacred knowledge. His initial role when he came to mankind was he spread knowledge. He brought knowledge of pyramid building that he spread not only throughout the North African kingdom, but through other areas of Africa and other parts of the world. If you go into South America, parts of Asia, you see lots of pyramid building, and some will believe by the same type of plans or designs, although they reflect the culture. He is known as being the judge of souls, and he did this by a method of perhaps telepathy. He knows what's in your heart. When you come to face Ausar at judgment, and we'll talk about the judging the weighing of the heart ceremony, but that is what he's doing. He is judging the character of the person standing in front of him, in addition to knowing what was going on in your past, or what brought you to this moment. It is said that he possesses a whole host of powers. Telekinesis, being able to move things. I talked about teleportation. He is a master of all dimensions, all time, and all space. So he can traverse throughout dimensionals and time and be at any place that he chooses to be. That is the power of Ausar. He is seen to be a merciful judge who has power in the afterlife as well. Because of his moniker as being the perfect black, he was associated not only in ancient Kemet with the black people, right? They coming from the Sudanese culture, but also the fertile black land. So he is linked to fertility and melanin on a way that other deities are not so much associated. He shows that connection to dark energy in these two realms of fertility in the land and the fertility of the people, being the black people, and he is the perfect black. He's also got command of necromancy. Again, after his ascension to the underworld, he became the ruler of the Duat and commands all the spirits of the dead in the underworld, giving him a massive army that is under his control. He stands as a god of immense power and immense significance. He is revered as a god of the afterlife, but also death and resurrection. He possesses a set of powers and abilities that make him unique and central. He is essentially the god of life and death. He commands the two. He is known for his paramount roles that associate him with all aspects of life. He is considered the god who presides over the realm of the dead, known as Duat. In that role, he is also the eternal ruler and, of course, the judge of souls. But he also oversees the process of judgment in the Hall of Ma'at, where the deceased must weigh their heart against the weight of a feather. And those who weren't passed were destined to a bleak fate. But his role in the afterlife is not the totality of who Ausar is. That, in a sense, would be enough. We have lots of deities who are associated with the underworld and pull immense power from their roles. But he is also seen as the deity of resurrection, which is a different role. He obviously goes through the ceremony with his wife after being killed by his brother Set. And through the process of the first mummification, he is reborn. His energy is reborn, enough that he joins with his wife, and creates life. So we are seeing him be the totality of life at every single cycle, being killed himself, descending to the underworld, rebirth or resurrection, and then to create life that would be Heru. He is fertility in life. He is credited with being the deity who floods the fertile land, which again causes the growth of vegetation. So he is associated with vegetation in that regard. He is granted life from the underworld, the annual floods, the resurrection of the plants, the resurrection of life, and giving life himself. He is the totality of life, the complete cycle of life represented in one extremely powerful deity. He is the deity of life. He is the deity of the underworld, and all the other attributes simply pale in comparison to the power that Ausar truly holds. So I wanted to just open up a little bit of conversation about how powerful a Neter he really is, what he actually means, why he is at the center of the pantheon when we talk about the Kemetic beliefs. Now, as always, I'm going to ask if you have more that you would like to add to this piece, please do so in the comment section. And once again, I will ask that you hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos, and click the notification bell so you know when new videos are going to drop.